So I just arrived here at the Ekamai BTS station where I'm getting ready to meet up with one of my friends that's living out here in Bangkok at a beautiful condo located right here at the Ekamai BTS. So let's go right now and let's go meet him. Hey Jay, what's good, bro? Man, good to see you. Likewise.
Yeah, man. Welcome to my house, man.
This is
dope.
dope.
Check out the building. You got through the train station, man. As you can see,
I mean, it's literally connected, so that's
that's the vibe, bro.
That's sick.
Let me show you around, man. So, we got two sides of the building. You got this building, which has a lot of different medical facilities. So you got your eye doctor, ear doctor. They got like hair transplants in here. Everything from body transformation. They remove the fat and all that. So it's really great, man, because we got a lot of health clinics. We even have a dentist office inside the building. And we got much more, man. Let me show you a few other places as well. You want to grab a coffee, bro?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it, bro, man. Let me show you, man. So I think one of the awesome things about living here is I got a Starbucks in my building, man. So sometimes I just don't feel like making my own coffee, so I can just do that, man. So it's really a good vibe. I love Bangkok, though, man, for the most part. I love it more than the other cities.
And we'll talk about this more in the interview portion of this video, but how long have you been living here?
Bro, it's been, it's going on maybe I want to say 2 years in Bangkok. And prior to that, I was living in South America and Europe.
Wow.
For the most part, man. So I decided just to move here permanently. It was a big decision, but it just made more sense with the lifestyle here.
For sure.
For the most part, yeah, man. So it's a lot. We'll be here all day if I showed you the whole building. But like I said, we do got a dentist office. We got a massage office, right? We have 2 massage clinics inside my building. And then we also have a hair transplant location. If you want to, a lot of people go to Turkey, but people are starting to come to Thailand to do the hair transplants because it's much more affordable, it's much cheaper. And they do it here, man, at this place as well, for the most part. Now, I've heard rumors that they don't do the African American hair. Oh. but I don't know. I just gotta, I gotta just check with them. Because I thought about getting it, man, so yeah. And then, the great thing about where I live, you were right across the street, but there's a 24-hour cafe there, so I can pretty much, if I'm sometimes in Thailand, as you know, the internet does go out, so I have access to about 6 cafes around me right now. I got 2 Starbucks, 1 in my lobby, and this one is 24 hours, and then I got 2 pretty much down there as well. So I always got a place to work, always got internet just in case of an emergency situation. And that's why, as you guys see my building, it's not the most modern, I wouldn't say, but it's the most convenient, man. I got connected to a train station, got coffee shops, I got malls, grocery stores, everything within walking distance. And I got over 40 restaurants, and that's why I love, living in Ekamai, man, for the most part. Bro, let's grab a cappuccino real quick. Having a Starbucks down here, you can come work here, you got free Wi-Fi inside of here, and you also can connect with some other nomads, and you get nomads and locals working in here from your laptop as well, but it's just convenient in just in case emergency. I love I'm a full-time digital nomad, so I've been doing this for the last 3 years full-time, and it's just convenient at the end of the day to be able to have workspace if you need it in an emergency situation. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. By the way, I appreciate the coffee.
Of course, brother. Of course. Appreciate you coming to Bangkok. I know you, we was in Pattaya last week, so Pattaya, man. So yeah, it's interesting. And that's what I love about Bangkok. It's a straight shot to get to Pattaya. I usually take a Grab. I know you.
Yeah, I take the bus.
I'm not. I know you.
Hey, listen, he's making fun of me for taking the bus. I'm just like, look, it's not that bad. It's like 131 baht, straight shot.
Hey, I support Rosa Parks as well, but you don't have to take it to that level. So you can get on the Thai bus. But yes, I support. But it's a vibe, yeah. It's such a vibe. It's way cheaper though. The bus is about.
It's $3.50.
50, yeah.
And it's an air conditioned bus. It's not that bad.
I pay 60 in a Grab. So it's a huge difference.
So round trip about 120, or is it 31 way, 30 and 31 back?
About, yeah, about 2,000 miles.
Okay.
Because I take an SUV. I'm a big boy, so I take a truck and yeah, I just listen to my music and watch a movie on my way up to Pattaya. Just to be good. But yeah, much more.
I think it's a good point right now that Thailand has a fit for like every budget. Like whatever you want to do here in Thailand, you can take the bus for $3.50, or you can take a Grab. I've taken a Grab before, but typically I take the bus most of the time. But whatever you want to do here in Thailand,
it's super convenient at the end of the day. Super convenient for the most part. And so look, man, we just had our coffee. I'm gonna finish showing you the building. So we do have a ear doctor place here. What I love about this spot, I mean, I don't have anything wrong with my ears, but you can come here for a cleaning if you want to get your ears cleared. If you need your ears to get cleaned for the most part.
Professional ear cleaning.
Yeah, yeah, you can get it done here, man, if you want to.
Wow.
And it's quite affordable, man, for the most part. I know we don't really think about it as well. And then they got a lot of, it's very common in Thailand, but they got a lot of the facial stuff, like the fillers and the Botox.
Right.
So we got about 2 or 3 of those inside this building as well. So I always, you know, I mean, I got a lot of friends in Bangkok, and I always talk about how my place is not the most modern. And that crazy thing is, a lot of people watching your channel, they may disagree because, you know, in America, they'll be like, well, what is this?
Exactly.
If your place is this, what the hell is out there? And you will see, like I said, there are places in Bangkok where it's just marble chandeliers for the most part. But at least, like, my place, I love it, this area so much because everything is at my footstep. I don't have to take a taxi or a bike nowhere. And the thing about living in Bangkok, people don't realize about traffic is horrible here. It's 11 million people here. Trains are at capacity, cars are at capacity. It makes no sense to have a car here. That's why everyone takes a bike or takes a BTS.
Right.
It's just so convenient for the most part. So here, man, we got like another massage. We got a massage clinic. And then right here, my favorite spot is the cleaners. So I come here often to get my sheets and my suits cleaned. And then we have a nail shop right here. We got an eyebrow shop as well. We got multiple bathrooms down here. And then we also have, but the cleaners is the most important thing, man. I do get my bed sheets clean on a weekly basis. I get my suits clean as well, like some of my professional shirts for the most part. But it's just the matter of convenience of being able to, I don't have to go outside my building for a lot of, we don't really think about this until you're in that situation where you got to take a car everywhere, you got to take a bike everywhere. I don't have to do that. Everything is downstairs in the lobby. And the cleaner, she brings up my stuff to my room, you know, because she already knows who I am. Everyone in the building knows me. And I do take care of my people. I tip pretty well, which is, you don't have to, it's not much, but it's just you don't have to tip in the culture here, but people appreciate it, and they look out for you if you look out for them. Bro, here's our pool. It's pretty nice, man. Very convenient. We actually got another, like a little kiddie pool over there. Technically, I think we got 3 of them actually. And we also got a hot tub and a sauna, but I think they're still trying to fix that right now, man. But it's a nice little vibe. The great thing about the pool, it's pretty much always empty. It's not that many people that use it that much. You get a few older people that use it like 6 o'clock in the morning, but throughout the day, it's pretty much always like this for the most part. So it's a nice little vibe. We got some cool chairs where you can sit and rest. Sometimes I come out here with a laptop and just catch a vibe real quick. And then you got a beautiful view of the city, you know, for the most part. You want to check out the little view over there. We got like a little Buddhist temple. So that's really dope, man. That's why, you know, one of the reasons I love this location. And of course the BTS. So it's really great vibes for the most part, especially when it comes to a level of convenience. Right behind you, I'll take you to the gym and show you just some of the amenities that come with the place. Everything in the building is key assets as well. So yeah. So you got your basic machines, man. That's really cool. Treadmill. And for the most part, the gym's pretty much always emptied as well, man. So it's really good and convenient. It's good to have it. It's simple, but it gets the job done at the end of the day. And we got some weights.
Okay, so pretty standard kind of like condo gym for Thailand. I would call this one kind of low to middle equipped, depending on the gyms I've seen. Like in Jomtien Riviera, that one is like a real luxury gym with a bunch of different equipment. So it all depends. Like each gym has their own.
It depends on the vibe. It depends on the vibe what you're getting. But yeah, the gym is, man, it does the job on days when you can't make it out to the gym for the most part.
Exactly.
I think I pay about 1,200 baht to go to the gym across the street. But I think at Virgin Active it's about 3,500 baht a month, so about $100 a month for the gym at Virgin. Virgin's where a lot of the kind of like the upper nomads go, because it's so expensive. It's $100 a month, and in Thailand you wouldn't see that many people spending that much money in Thailand for a gym where you can go to Muay Thai, you can go to so many other places that are much more affordable, much cheaper. But sometimes I like going to the upper gyms for the network and the connections. You meet a lot of like digital nomads and business people, in Thailand, where you can, network is important over here if you're just trying to grow at the end of the day. So that's why I pay for a gym membership outside of my gym. And it's just, it's just a vibe. The gyms are much newer as well.
Makes sense. So if you guys are impressed right now with what has been shown so far, wait till you guys see the crib. When I seen it, my mind was blown away. If you guys are followers of my channel and you've seen some of my older videos where I've done condo tours in Pattaya, this is something that I think that's gonna really top everything you've seen so far, especially just in size of the condo. Because some of the condos, or a lot of the condos in Bangkok that you see, oftentimes very small, and I've seen people comment on that. They're so tiny, there's a comment I get a lot. And in America, apartments a lot of times are more spacious. I know mine was back home, so coming here was smaller, but I adjusted to it. But you guys are about to be in for a big surprise when you see this condo. Y'all, so here we are at the crib. Let me see if he's home. Yo, here we are.
Man, welcome to my spot, man. I'm in downtown Bangkok for the most part, and so I do got a shower here, I got a bathroom for the most part, trying to clean the place. But I do have cleaners that come to the house every 2 weeks. I made a video, I got a YouTube video about my cleaners that come to the house, but they're pretty good, man. They come and just make sure everything's wiped down for the most part. Got my whole kitchen. So another thing about being a foreigner or living in Thailand, I bought myself a water filter. It's not, you can technically drink the water in Thailand, but it's not as safe. And, so I was bringing 10, 20 cases of water upstairs, like on a weekly basis, and I got tired of it. So I ended up going to Home Pro, and I bought me a water filter. It was just so convenient, man, at the end of the day. And it just saves you so much time and so much money. So I got my own little water filter. It kind of lights up as well when you use it, and it's just the most convenient. So you get fresh, clean water, and you don't have to worry about plastic or bottles or throwing away 50 or 100 bottles for the most part. I do work out. I try to work out every day, every other day. I go to the gym a lot, so I like to stock up on my protein bars, my protein shakes as well. I got my whey protein, I got my smoothie machine.
Where do you get your protein from? I know protein so far from what I've seen is it's more expensive in Thailand than it is in the States.
I go to Gourmet Market, and you can go to some of the BTS's. So it's one at a soak. It's like a fitness facility that sells protein bars and whey protein and shakes and all that, so you can buy it there. It's expensive, man. It is, unless you go to smaller cities for the most part, but I just try to stock up on this stuff as well. It's good to have for a house. And most importantly, vitamins. You gotta have your vitamin B, your C, your D. So I try to make sure, man, and it's sexy for the ladies as well. I'm telling you guys, man, you gotta have some vitamins in your house if you want to impress somebody. So I got the couch as well, man, for the most part. It's pretty dope. And I got a humidifier that lights up, man, for fresh air. So it's really good and it's clean. But it's better with the lights. When I turn the lights on, man, it all lights up. And then I got I think this is like 75 or 80 inches TV. So I got Netflix, Prime, everything on here. My PlayStation. I bought a PlayStation because of COVID, like 2 years ago. I was just like, man, what if I have company over, what we gonna do? And I bought a PlayStation. When I tried to buy one, it was sold out across Michigan during the pandemic. And then I had to order one from Chicago. So I just been traveling with this thing But I love having my games for the most part. I got another desk out here, but I also got a desk in the room. And then, of course, I got a nice little balcony view of downtown Bangkok. I actually have 2 balconies. And I got my washer and my dryer out here, and I also can hang my clothes. But it's a nice view of downtown for the most part, man. And it's just, you know, I love this place, but there's nothing but windows for the most part also. So it's super convenient and just really nice, man. I love keeping my house. I do have OCD, man. I've had a few women complain about my level of OCD, but it's not a bad thing when you're known for being clean. So I do get the apartment clean every 2 weeks, but I also clean it on a daily basis, man. I just don't play that, and I got dust allergies, so I got to keep the place clean. Going into, you know, I got chairs under the counter, man, for people to sit down. All right, bro. So here's the bedroom. As you can see, I got my other Netflix account on here, but going into the place, man, we got a king size bed for the most part. Super convenient. All my books that I already read, but I got them there. I got another humidifier in here, and of course, I'm taking Thai classes right now. I am in Thai school. That's the visa I got to stay here long term. And then I got my desk, man. I bought a desk when I decided to move to Thailand because I work at nights. I'm American, so I work on American time zone. So it's important just to have a major setup. I can't work from anywhere with the laptop, but sometimes it's just better having bigger screens when I'm working at nighttime as well, for the most part. So I got a cool little stand-up desk, man. I got my like I said, I got 2 keyboards, and my desk does go up, and I got a beautiful view of downtown. This is like a radio right here. I got my screens and what I do and stuff like that, and my laptop. But it's a cool setup. I bought the chair, I bought the desk, I bought the mic. And whenever I leave, I'm probably just gonna either give it away or sell it for the most part. But I knew I wanted to stay in Bangkok longer, and I was just like, man, let me get a nice proper setup for the most part. I got another couch in the room, and then I do have another balcony with a great view. So yeah, man. So we got, like I said, we got the nice viewing of downtown. Sometimes I like to go out here. I got a chair and a desk, so I can go out there and sit and read. It's a great spot if you smoke, but I'm not a smoker. But it's a great little cool vibe, and it's just good. I got 2 balconies for the most part. One thing I love about my apartment, man, is the space. Like
a lot of space.
A lot of space, man. And as you guys see a lot of videos like this on Thailand, a lot of apartments are modern, but everything is, you have your couch, your kitchen, your bathroom all next to each other. And, you know, some of the facilities are modern and new, but you kind of think about, in Thailand, if you work from home, it's important to have a space where you can work from home from. You got, again, if you have company over as well. So when I do have company over, I got 2 TVs, we got 2 bathrooms, we got 2 showers, we got 2 balconies. We got our space to do our own thing for the most part, which is good. So yeah, man, I love my LED lights. I got a lot of closet space. These are all closets for the most part, and there's mirrors everywhere. I then take you into my walk-in room. I tried to clean this as much as possible, but yeah, man, your boy, you know, look, it's never not cool to not exfoliate, not to clean your face, fellas. If you're watching this channel, like you gotta groom, you gotta look good, man. I'm telling you right now, nails done, face done, clean your body, man. Facial products. I got my colognes as well, man.
What's your favorite scent? I love colognes. What's your favorite one up here? Like, what's your go-to? You know, get the girl on you type scent. What you going for?
If I'm trying to close, I always go with the Versace. It's just a no-brainer, man. It's a scent that's, I still have women from Australia, literally in Dubai, call me and tell me, hey, I just smelled someone and I thought of you. Like no cap. Like, no cap, man. It's a memorable scent at the end of the day. But when it's casual, I love the Hugo Boss for the most part as well. So I love stocking up colognes, man. It's really good vibe. Got the little walk-in closet type of deal. I got these when I was like on first class in Emirates, man, for the most part. So they just gave me like all their bags. Then I got a full shower, full bathroom inside of here. So, you know, this is a master bathroom, shower for the most part. So this is where I do all my stuff for the most part. And then when I got friends, they usually use the guest bathroom as well. So it's pretty clean, and I got nothing but more space out here. These are all closets and space for the most part. Got my clothes bin for the most part as well. So yeah, man, that's the gist of it.
All right, so AJ, man, first of all, appreciate you having me over and giving me this condo tour. This has been like mind blowing to see this setup of condo, and I think many people watching this will also be very impressed because, like I said, most condos that get shown Thailand are pretty small because your average room, like a lot of the buildings are very modern, luxurious, but like your bedroom is almost bigger than some of the
most apartments.
Some of the most condos. So all this space, it gives more of a Western feel in this condo. And I mean, like the setup you have here is quite impressive. Yeah. So one thing I don't think we mentioned was how much does this place cost per month?
Yeah, roughly I'm paying right now 15 to 1600 USD a month.
Okay.
Roughly. So yeah.
So a lot of the other places that are smaller, like you guys have seen probably a lot of the $400 a month condos, $300 a month condos. This is a little bit, in the upper budget for Thailand. But if you're coming from the US, then for $1,500 a month, you're not going to get, a downtown condo with this, this setup, this view, this convenience. You're going to be paying at least probably 3 times more than this price. So
I wanted to say as well, so for a lot of people, Bangkok is like it's like the New York of Asia. Bangkok, Thailand, everything is modern, from houses to the businesses. Everything is like brand new, everything is modern. We have Deloitte out here, we have KPMG out here. So I'm downtown. And if you live in downtown New York, that easily would be $10,000, $15,000. You cannot go anywhere in the world and live downtown where everything is modern, brand new. Your coffee shops, your cafes, your businesses, your Apple stores, your Foot Locker, everything was within walking distance. So, the 1,500, in America, we know what 1,500 gets you. Yeah. It gets you an apartment in the middle of nowhere, or I'm from Michigan. I was in Lansing, Michigan, paying $2,000. With 8 inches of snow, with downtown. So it's a whole different vibe when you got views of the city, for that 50. So, and so much more with the level of convenience with the stuff in the building.
So outside of this condo, which like I said, you have a very comfortable spot, somewhere that you really don't have to leave. I mean, you got everything right here. What else do you like about living in Bangkok, living in Thailand overall?
Yeah, man, Bangkok, I lived in Brazil, so I've lived all over. I've been to 100 countries. I used to live in Australia. Wow. I lived in the UK, studied in England, and taught English in Spain. And then I lived in Rio in South America and Europe. But what I love about Thailand is the most convenient. Like, it's just the most convenient that I found traveling around the world. Of course, affordable as well. But I just like that you have a lot more freedom here as well. It's a process. In every country you live in around the world, it's paperwork, it's lawyers, it's immigration officers. It's so much you have to go through. Where in Thailand, you can make things happen literally within an hour. I'm not talking 24. I'm not talking about 10 hours. Literally, if you want something to get done, it can be done within seconds, within an hour. Literally, I just broke my laptop screen, and I went to the mall, and they fixed it for about 2,000 baht, which is $60. I broke the screen, which would take a whole week to get done right. In America, 2 weeks if that, and they did it in 3 hours. 3 hours tops. It was done same day, and it's just nowhere in the world have I found that level of convenience and that level of sense of urgency, which is important to me at this stage in my life. When I was younger, other things were more important, but now that I'm older, I like being stress-free, and I'm more stress-free in Thailand than I've been in other places, for sure.
By the way, so how old are you?
I'm 30.
Forgot his age.
I'm 33. I'm 33 years old. Yeah.
Thailand will do it to you. You'll stop thinking about things. I don't know about you, but I hardly ever know what day it is. Now maybe you keep up because of when you're working, but a lot of times I have to look at my phone to be reminded what day it is, because once you kind of escape we'll call it the matrix, way of lifestyle, and just, overall, just matrix way of lifestyle and thinking. Yeah. The weekends, it is no difference between a Monday or a Friday. It's not. And to be honest, technically, our Mondays here don't start to. Technically, a Monday for me doesn't start to Monday evening, because I do work on USA time sometimes. So
I don't have to start work until Monday night or Tuesday, you know, and there's a lot of flexibility when you're working for yourself, you know. And also, I think a lot of people always ask, you know, I always get the question, Bangkok, Phuket, Pattaya, why Bangkok? Bangkok flies directly to everywhere. So for a person that hates flying, I literally can fly to Hanoi within 60 minutes. To Hanoi, Vietnam is a direct flight. Singapore, a direct flight. Bali is a direct flight. Manila, Philippines is a direct flight. You know, you name it. Cambodia, Laos, Bali, and then even Australia. It's direct flights to all these locations.
And it's cheap too.
And it's super cheap.
It's super cheap.
and it's a hard flex. Like, you know, I remember, you know, a couple weeks back I was on a date and was with a nice young lady, and I was like, you know, I want some pho, and she was like, yeah, it's a Vietnamese place down the street in Bangkok. I'm like, no, let's fly to Vietnam to get some pho. And, you know,
that's big talk right there.
like, what? Like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, why not, baby? Why not? And, you know, and it's literally like a $50 flight. It's literally a $50 flight, $100 flight sometimes from Bangkok to Hanoi, and you're there within 60 minutes, and that's just how, like, so you can just flex so hard here at such an affordable rate. Phuket and Pattaya, $25, you know, transportation fees to get to them as well. You know, it's $25 flights to get to Phuket, Chiang Mai. So it's so amazing, man.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. Yeah. One of the questions I know people are gonna have is, what do you do? That's the question that I get a lot, because when you see people that are young, because you have basically kind of two groups. You have your retirees. Well, you had three groups. You got your tourists, your retirees, and you have kind of like our classification of like digital nomads, expats, people who are making money remote and living kind of wherever they, you know, feel like they fit. Yeah. You know, whatever country that might be. And we have the freedom to change locations. So the common question is always, how do you sustain yourself? Like, what do you do for a living? So I've answered that question, what I do multiple times on the channel, but I'm sure people are gonna want to know, like, what do you do? How are you affording this $1,500 a month condo here and just living the life out here in Thailand?
Yeah, man, I would say that, so what I do, I'm a recruiter. I'm a technical recruiter. I worked for a recruiting agency for a couple of years, and then I decided to start my own agency. So I help recruit people in the U.S. in the computer vision, machine learning, data science space for the most part. I do work with a lot of government clients, but I also have a course. I teach people how to start their own recruiting and staff agency as well. And then I have like a YouTube channel. And then, you know, when you start living this life as a full-time nomad, you start having multiple streams of income. You don't just rely on one. So I do day trade as well. So I trade in the stock market and the Forex market at the moment. I'm learning and I'm trading. And I'm just constantly adding on to my level of skills. I'm creating more digital products as well. But my main source of income comes from recruiting at the moment. I'm a recruiter, and I teach people how to recruit right now.
I think you made a great point with you saying that when you're a digital nomad, that you're not just depending on one stream. And if for you guys who watch my channel a lot, I talk about multiple streams of income all the time. Because one, just the times have changed. You know, you can't just be dependent on one thing. That door could close any moment.
It can.
And also, it's never been easier to add other streams of income. My past career, basically, before I came to Thailand, was I ran a pressure washing company. I had a YouTube channel attached to that, and then also sold digital products and consulted in the space with those who wanted to get started in the industry. So one focus of one industry, but then I still took other tools and resources to leverage other streams within the same industry and not having to distract myself too much. Because I'm sure you're familiar with this too. People get a lot of shiny object syndrome, wanting to chase 100 different opportunities at one time.
Man.
That usually doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out. And you get a lot of people, crazy enough, it's a lot of nomads here who are broke. And it's a lot of people who come here and they end up homeless because they're, you know, and it's just like sometimes with this lifestyle, you do need to be disciplined or have a consistent level of income, because you can lose it all. I mean, it's a party here every night. There's a lot of temptation. It's a lot of people that want to be your friends. There's a lot of people who want to go out. And the thing about it, I think that's the thing about Thailand, because everything is so affordable and cheap, we find ourselves, people go out every day. And if you're not making money, you're like, wait a minute. where's the money going? And it's just like, I see it happen all the time. You got to have discipline. for the most part when you're living a lifestyle over here, because it can catch up to you fast.
I tell people that because, like you said, with Thailand, you guys who've never been here, in the States, pretty much you might go out Friday, Saturday, possibly, a brunch on Sunday. But here, like I said earlier, there's no difference between a Monday or a Sunday. If we take you out during the week, like you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it's a weekday.
You wouldn't know.
So yeah, you can easily get caught up in the life here of like, oh, everything's so cheap, where you actually end up overspending because you're not tracking. You're just like, this is so cheap. Before you know it though, you've spent more than you've spent back home.
Yeah.
And so that is a trap I've also seen that people fall into, is just not being disciplined. And I think to be a digital nomad, you truly have to be disciplined, and like your work always has to remain the priority if you want to be able to sustain yourself.
And I think that's why you see digital nomads bringing on multiple streams of income, because sometimes some of the digital nomad jobs we do, some people are still trading time for money, and that's why they venture into other areas, because they're like, okay, how can I have more time now that I'm free? I still find myself working even more, because the thing about being an entrepreneur, it's not a 9 to 5. It's not 40 hours a week. You're working 100 hours a week. You're working every day when you work for yourself. And a lot of people think it's easy sometimes, and it's just like, no, you gotta put that work in. You gotta grind it out for the most part.
I think that's part due to like how entrepreneurship has been kind of portrayed online. That a lot of times, even like TikTok and like us as like content creators, I don't think people don't usually see the back end work. So they see the finished product, they'll see the lifestyle, and they'll think that, okay, like this is easy, but like, no, it's not easy. There's a lot of ups and downs in entrepreneurship and getting yourself to a stable point to where, you can comfortably live overseas. Cause I know it's easy to sell the dream of like, hey, come to Thailand, like you can, get cheaper rent, you can live this lifestyle. But at the same time, this could easily backfire if you don't have a solid plan in place.
It can backfire.
So like, I wouldn't suggest just like seeing a video, getting inspired and like, I'm moving out here, because now, like if you go broke in the US, I mean, there's certain things you have access to, possibly unemployment, homeless shelters, but we don't get to access the benefits of their system here as foreigners.
People have to understand, during the pandemic here, when they shut down for 6 months, there were no stimulus checks in Thailand. People did not have government assistance here at the end of the day. So, you gotta, have a backup plan, have savings, or, you better get your OnlyFans set up and start making that money. No judgment over here.
So one question I didn't ask you, so we talked about your rent, if you're willing to share this or not, but like how much do you spend on average per month living in Thailand?
Average, I spend outside of the rent.
Yeah, like combined.
Combined, I think I was talking to someone about this yesterday. So I spent about price range. I want to say about anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 a month. Just because I meal prep. So I don't eat out as much because I am on a diet right now. Roughly, it costs me about. My food on a weekly basis costs me about $50. I go to the store.
Wow.
That's chicken, salmon, vegetables. I get all that cooked, and I pay a chef to cook it. It costs 500 baht, so about $15. So all my food is meal prepped and cooked on a weekly basis. So that saves me a lot of money because I don't go out as much. And then it costs me about roughly 1,000 to 1,200 baht. 1,000 baht to fill up the fridge for fruits. So fruit is like really cheap. You can get watermelon for 29 baht, like literally 50 cents. You can get fruit super cheap. So I stock up on a lot of fruit, my eggs. And I think that's why I don't spend as much. Most money that I spend is probably like if I'm going on a date or I'm hanging out with friends, that's like most times I'm going to like a nice rooftop bar. But for the most part, I got everything at the house. I don't really need to go outside. I have friends over. I have date nights sometimes at the house, and everything's within walking distance. That's another thing that saves me so much money. A lot of people sometimes when they come to Thailand, they try to live outside the city because it's cheaper, but they find themselves coming to the city every day to interact with friends, to go on dates, and it's like you spend a lot of money on taxis, taking a bike and stuff like that, where it saves me a lot of money living in an area where I could just walk to everywhere outside my door. So I can walk to a restaurant, I can walk to a bar, I can walk to a rooftop. And that saves me so much money when it comes to the transportation costs as well.
For sure. Okay, so basically what I heard, so most of your monthly expenses, the largest portion is literally rent. And then outside of that, you're not spending too much.
No.
So that's impressive though. So you have a cleaner for your condo, you have a chef that cooks your food, you got your clothes that are getting clean, so you don't have to do your own your laundry, well you said your sheets and suits. Yeah, I mean, so like, you guys see all the things he's getting. If we had to take the same lifestyle and duplicate this in the US, this would cost you probably what at least eight or more, $8,000 USD a month for this same lifestyle, and you're getting it for 2,500 roughly here in Thailand. So one thing you mentioned though was dates. How often do you go on dates? What has dating been like out here?
Yeah.
Are you dating Thai women, foreigners, variety? Talk about that.
Yeah, man. I haven't been dating as much, but often I would probably maybe go on one or two dates. Depending on the schedule. The thing about Bangkok is a destination where there's it's no stability. Everyone comes and goes in Bangkok, and so you will meet a lot of people on the apps that are in town for 48 hours or 3 days. And they just want to get shown around and have a good time. So it's hard to find stability. I do find myself dating a lot more Thai women than foreigner women. I think I found it a little bit more challenging dating foreigner women because a lot of the foreigner women bring their culture to Thailand, where in Thailand, dating in Thailand is very much, things are, they move a little faster in the sense of meeting up, having coffee, getting to know you. Where back home,
so you just like less hoops to jump through.
It's a lot more hoops to jump through because in America, you got the 3-date rule. You got to talk to somebody you got to talk to someone for 4 or 5 weeks, and you don't have to do that when dating Thai girls for the most part. So I tend to date more Thai, Filipino, Vietnam, or these are women that date me for the most part. It could be a lot of challenges sometimes dating foreigner women in Thailand.
What has been like your experience dating like Thai women as far as like personality, finding common ground, language barrier? Like, are you typically dating women that are fluent in English, or are you speaking any Thai with them? Like, how does that dynamic work for you?
Yeah, one of the things, another huge benefit of living in Thailand compared to Brazil or South America or the 90% of Thai women speak English. So I never really have to go through the challenge of dating someone that does not speak English here. The women that I often found that are Thai that don't speak English are usually women that I may match with in other cities, like smaller villages or towns for the most part. But for the most part, most of the Thai women speak English. Thai women are very submissive. They're very nice. They're very sweet. They're very happy. There are a lot of cultural habits that you just have to understand for the most part. I do want to mention this to a lot of guys that may be watching this. A lot of Thai women don't make much money here. So I've seen some foreigner guys try to make Thai women pay for them or pay for food or pay for drinks. What a lot of people don't understand, often with some of the Thai women, you may have a Thai woman here that makes, let's just say hypothetically, 20,000 baht a month. Let's just say that's $500-600 a month. Often, culturally, with a lot of Thai women, half of their salary goes directly to their family. And a lot of people don't think about that. At the end, 5,000 of that goes to their rent. So, and then the other 3 goes to food and transportation. So your average Thai woman that you do meet often are living on 1,000 to 2,000 baht a month, which is like $60 to $100 a month. It just depends on the vibe. So I think sometimes people don't factor that in when they are dating Thai women. You have a lot of men that don't think about providing transportation, taking the initiative. It only costs 50 baht to send someone a bike or a taxi, which is like $2-3. You got to take initiative here as a man. Be a man, because it's Thailand and your dollar is 1 to 34, 33. So, understand that, it does look corny. It's corny, and it's like, it's not the way. Don't bring that American stuff over here if you're not paying for dates or you're not, or you're being cheap. And also, don't overspend. Don't ruin the situation. don't be taking nobody to 5-star restaurants on the first date as well. Slow your ass down. But, because a Thai woman it's all about the vibe. You'll match with them. They'll just grab a coffee. Yeah, let's do it. You know, it's all about the vibe. You never have to worry about, with a lot of Thai women, they're not picky. If you're whatever you want to eat, they're down to go eat it. Wherever you want to go, they're down to go for the most part. And there's a lot of flexibility. The only downside is the working schedules. They do work a lot.
Yeah. You know, mindful. If you want to meet regular women, like, go to regular places. A lot of guys will complain and say, like, oh, they only want money, but like look where you're picking the women up from. That might kind of give you, if you're only dating bar girls, then if they want money, then why are you surprised? Like,
yeah, you can't be. I mean, if you want, you have your apps for the most part, but you know, I hate the stereotype that Pattaya gets. You know, people look at Pattaya as if it has the same stereotype as Amsterdam and Las Vegas. And there are a lot of businesses, opportunities where you can go meet women at the malls, at their jobs, at corporate status. But you know, you just gotta be man enough to approach women. The one thing about Thailand, men don't approach women in Thailand. So if you are someone that's confident or a foreigner, you can do well approaching women. But you will find in Bangkok, you will find a lot of women that do work a lot. And, you know, if you really like someone, you can kind of ask them to work part-time and help them a little bit financially if you want to see them more. And I have done that in situations that I really like someone, and I saw them working 6 days a week. I was just like, it don't make no sense for you to work a whole day for 500 baht.
Yeah, you're like,
when I can just give you 500 baht. We're not about to do that over here. It just doesn't make sense. Like, and if I love your energy, I love your time. It's just like, why not? You know, for me, I don't have the energy to go out with 10, 20 women. So if I like somebody and I want to see them more and I want to progress, I would just tell them, hey, you know, don't worry about it. Work part-time. That way we can go to the Philippines, we can go to Bali and rent out a villa this weekend. Let's go have some fun. And let's enjoy the moment for the most part. So it just depends on the situation for the most part.
Like he said to me, like, you can find some great women out here in Thailand. Yeah. A lot of them, like I said, are very... Yeah, the word, like, sometimes the word submissive is misconstrued by people, or like they'll take it as like the wrong way. But essentially,
the wrong way.
But if you're someone who has any common sense, when those words are being used, it's just like I would say more or less like the women are easy to get along with. They're not gonna challenge you too much. And then, like, just by habit, a lot of women, like, you'll invite them over your place. Yeah. If they see anything out of place, they'll clean without you even asking. I mean, like, just little things like that. And it's just like, okay, wow,
they're tradition. They're traditional, and it doesn't make you less of a person to contribute. You know, when I talk to people about just Thai women, sometimes it's just like, look, it's 50-50. We're partners at the end of the day. You know, I'm working my butt off to make sure we are living a good life. And you're helping wherever I have the energy to help, you know, and it's just basic help. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. If you want princess treatment, I want king treatment. Like, we helping each other out at the end of the day.
I think that's a great way to put things. It's like it's a give relationship where it's not just one-sided, and so I think you're 100% right on that. Where it's just, you know, it's a balance. It's like if you are in a partnership with someone, it shouldn't just be one-sided from either party. So
I do want to mention that if you do ask a Thai woman to leave her job, you may have the responsibility of taking care of her family as well. So just be mindful that some women, you know, that are working a lot, they do take care of their family. And every Thai woman that meets you does not look for you to support them, but just understand that, you know, you got to understand with some women, if they're taking a day off or they're taking time to meet you, in Thailand, some women live an hour, 2 hours away. Some women are, you know, it's a lot of money for them to take transportations to us. When they're taking a whole day off, they work 6 days a week sometimes. So if they meet you on your off day, you know, value their time and energy at the end of the day and treat them with respect. You know, that's most important for the most part.
Yeah, and I will add that there also is a category of women in Thailand who got it. They're doing well.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't want you guys to think that every Thai woman here is just struggling, like, you know, and barely making it by. listen, there's some females out here that you'll meet that, you know what I'm saying, they're balling. They're doing all right financially. So
you don't gotta worry about them. They're gonna be dating out of them, all right? The women that are balling don't need you. They don't need a man. You ain't gotta worry about none of them. So, but yes, there are, and I went on a few dates with them. A few Thai women celebrities actually I've dated. One girl who just got a Netflix special. And published a book.
Wow.
Like I went on a few dates with some Thai celebrity girls here, but very independent, very just hard to add value in their life if they don't really see the need of having a man. And that's the thing about dating someone who's so independent. I always say this, even about myself, we can be so selfish.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how to let people in, we don't know how to let people help us. And that can be hard sometimes for you, but it's a lot of women who got it for sure.
100%.
Don't be surprised. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this has been great sitting down talking with you.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to ask you is just where can people follow you online, learn more about you, check out your course, or whatever.
Yeah.
Plug yourself right, wherever you want them to go. And I'll put all his information below the video in the description, so be sure to check it out. But I'll let you point them to where you want to go.
Yeah, man. Aijalon Wallace on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm Aijalon Wallace across the board for the most part, man. So you can find me on pretty much every social media channel for the most part. But yeah, man, I'm here. And thank you guys for viewing the apartment. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Hey, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Peace, guys.